got to go to Mig first for the thoughts. Since you're the only one that hasn't seen it.
I thought it was really good. Um, there's definitely a lot of good messages in it, and I kind of knew early on it was gonna be like kind of a rocky story where they're not supposed to win,
Yeah.
especially with seeing all the people that have won before them and how they're portrayed in the city or the town that they're at. But yeah, I kind of had that feeling. I was like, maybe they're not supposed to win, or they're not going to win because they're not supposed to, and it's about them. What is it? Clear eyes and full hearts.
Clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Yeah, it's from the show.
Yeah, and being perfect. He said.
I think that they have it in the movie. Like it's just a sign somewhere though.
But overall, I really thought it was good, and definitely tugs on the heartstrings a little bit with Booby, especially at that speech at the end. But yeah, overall, good movie.
Love it. I mean, it's a movie I've watched ever since I was a kid, so definitely got that nostalgia bonus added on top of it for me.
Yeah.
But there's just so many things about it, like so many scenes, like it's just ingrained into my mind. Like the speech, the halftime preacher man speech, like I just from happens at the end, but I was waiting the whole movie for that, bro. They go through 2 days, we go through like that's something I always think about. Always, it's just those like they do the same stuff we do. Um, that scene with Booby in the car right after he leaves the locker room. You know, because he's in the locker room trying to keep a straight face with everybody.
Trying to be Booby.
His same persona, keep himself. But at the end of the day, he knows that was everything he had. And, you know, he's clearing out his locker like, this is it. It's the end of it.
Yeah.
Especially for him because football was his entire life. So when that's taken from him, he literally feels like he doesn't have anything at all. Because it's the only thing he's ever envisioned since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And I'll let y'all talk, but because I already know you guys are gonna bring up some other stuff. So.
Yeah. No, I mean it's similar. Like I remember I would literally watch this movie like before every game, like every level I played at, youth football, high school, college. I was watching it, so I've watched it like a bunch of times. And it at least a handful of times, like I actually did like cry watching this movie. And there's only a few movies that I've actually cried watching. This is one of them. Hardball's the other one. When G Baby got killed, I actually cried.
I barely seen that like the other day.
Yeah.
That's the first time you seen it.
Yeah.
And there's a couple others, but like how you're saying about Booby, like it pulls at your heartstrings because you could tell that. And a lot like the other players too, but for him, it was like, if he doesn't get hurt, you know he's going somewhere.
Yeah.
Like, you know he's going somewhere because he's got
So
all the
many
talent
offers.
and just like, yeah. But he put so much into it to where when it was taken from him, it was like, there's nothing you can do. Like you even tried to rush back and it's clear it's not working. And it's like, without football, like who are you? You know what I mean? It's like, as a kid watching it, like I loved it because it got me ready for the game. Like all the like motivational, all the like the music and the tension and all that, like made me feel like, oh yeah, I'm ready to like go play. Let's go play. And then like as an adult, after my career's over, like I kind of like see it in a different way. It's like, damn, like this is like the vibe that it gave me was like my life almost in a sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, just it's one of my favorite movies ever for sure. Part of it is definitely nostalgia, but the other part of it is like obviously it's based on a true story, so they can't make them win in this when in real life they didn't. But just the way that they told it was like everything kind of led up to where in a movie where maybe this wasn't based on a true story, I would say 9 times out of 10 they would have made them win.
Yeah.
just based on how everything was going. You know what I mean? They already had all the adversity. They lost their best player. Bruh's fumbling, all these different things. They're losing games.
Always.
Like they barely made it into playoffs. Like everything lines up for them to win, and they don't. And so I remember watching it as a kid, like all the other football movies, like they always win. All the other sports movies, they always win. But that one, like even as a kid, I was like, I like this one because they lost, and it's like real. You know what I mean? But yeah, this is an all time favorite. It's great all around. The quotes, the just everything. There's so many quotes in this movie that like randomly at any time in my day, I'll just like blurt out and say it just because it just like pops in my head. Like, and he can pass. Like
Yeah,
just
that one.
just
You
random
want-
stuff.
You want to win? Put Booby in.
Yeah, it's amazing.
You got anything you want to add in?
That's it's in there with like, to me, with sports movies, like being up there is like one of the best to me.
Yeah.
You know, that's because like I was just done with high school. Like I was already out. You know what I mean? Like, and going to see this, I still want my friends because they were a year younger. And we still watched that. I took Carlos. Like so, um, I've always loved this movie. Like Friday Night Lights. What else? Remember the Titans.
Remember the Titans,
You know
yeah.
these movies I could just watch all the time without, you know, without thinking twice.
Yeah.
Every time it's on, I put it on. You know, I have the DVD at home.
I have it too.
You know what I mean? Like,
I have it somewhere.
You know, I've always like loved this movie, and this is the first time I seen it. It was just dope to me. So.
Yeah.
One of the other things to like, I mean, it's kind of fucked up, but like with Billingsley, like, you know, his dad's fucked up to him the whole movie,
Mm-hmm.
but at the end, they finally like, they come to terms and like, even though it's like, you know, he's so fucked up the whole time. It's good to see like, at that final moment when he loses.
He low-key needed you the most at that
Yeah,
moment.
and he stepped up
stepped
and
up,
he was
yeah.
actually there instead of being a dickhead.
Yeah.
I think like watching his dad is giving me what not to do.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
'Cause,
yeah.
like, I sit there and watch my kids like strike out, and I'm like, dang man, like come on guys, but I'm not gonna sit there and fucking tape the bat to their hand.
Right, right.
You know?
And I think his
Yeah.
dad was just one of those examples of just he wanted best for him and just went about it the worst way.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure like most kids, like most people that grow up playing sports, they've had that car ride home with their dad, like, and their dad, well, you need to be doing this, or you guys ain't doing this right, and it's totally different with someone who's like abusive like that.
Yeah.
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 You know.
For sure.
In terms of the filmmaking, what did you think of it, Miguelito?
I liked how it felt like a documentary, like I was saying early on. Kind of like mic'd up when you watch like NFL films, mic'd up stuff. It has like a realism, obviously, because it is real.
Mhm.
But I like how it's filmed like it's real, because a lot of times it's filmed differently and it doesn't feel real.
Yeah.
It feels like a movie. This felt real, like especially like the conversation with coach and the quarterback when they're like
In the room.
talking in the room. Like the way it's close up is kind of how you would shoot that. Really, if you're a documentary person, you're kind of
You're in a small place. Yeah.
you're in a small place, but you got to be out the way.
Mhm.
So you kind of got to get real tied in on them because you're gonna have long lenses.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that. There wasn't really much wide shots of any of the like the dialogue scenes.
Mhm.
Maybe like the dinner scene with the coach. That was
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
just to show you how everybody looked. But like the ISOs in this were super tight,
Mhm.
and it's like the Bear. You know, like they were in the Bear. Sometimes they're really tight on the characters,
Yeah.
which I liked about this.
Mhm.
My the thing for me, I mentioned this before, I think before we watched and stuff, but those pre-game visuals just stillness, you know, shot after shot with.
It's like it's level setting, bro. Yeah.
And there's just this stillness of, like, it's coming, because I mean it's
The build up.
The build up,
the
yeah.
day before, not even the day before, like just early in the day, calm, everything's there, and then once those Friday Night Lights come on.
It's about to be a
That's
war.
like you
Yeah.
being at school all day and you're just waiting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you leave half the day, eat lunch with your team, whatever,
Yeah.
and you're still just waiting. And then when it's game time, it's like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's like a weird feeling that, like, you just kind of, when you've been in those situations, you just kind of understand it. That, like, and I don't know what it is exactly, but that it captures it so well.
Yeah, it's like it's like you waiting, and then you got to go change, put your pads on, get taped up, like it's all a build up, and you're just like turning the whole time and just waiting.
Yeah.
Like on game day, bro, you wake up and
It's a different vibe, bro.
nothing is happening, bro. But like
It's
like,
it's like an
we're
anxious,
playing
like a good anxious
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Like you're just wait, like your whole day you can't focus
Yeah.
on nothing but playing,
Yeah.
bro.
Like-
Like
Yeah, school, like why do you even make you do school?
man, I remember being in high school. One of my favorite in football in general, but like one of my favorite things in high school was Friday nights, obviously, but right when you got out of school, or like not even right, like 5 minutes before the last bell went off and you were out of class, we'd be sitting in class. And if it was a home game, like the drum line would come through the halls 5 minutes before class was done for everybody. Just
That's cool.
and like we were sitting in class, like getting chills, bro. Like, oh, it's time.
Yeah, that's
like
nice.
it's about to go down. And especially because it was a home game, or like even if it was a big game, we were playing our rivals or whoever. Like it's just something about it, bro. It makes you feel all like just want to go. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, for me, I have like a fraction of that, like because I played football when I was young, and like it was on Saturdays, and I would just wake up and like car ride over. But in high school, I played baseball. I didn't play football, so baseball we would play like either back-to-back days or every other day.
You play on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Yeah,
like,
so we would be playing a lot. So I don't really. The anticipation is way
it's
different
Yeah.
than football, because football is once a week
Mm-hmm.
and you're practicing all week. Baseball, it's like whenever during
Yeah.
the week.
Yeah, Saturday games suck, dude.
Yeah.
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 It's because it's during the day, like it's hot.
hot.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Saturday games suck.
But
yeah, there's some, like, it's such a funny thing too, that like it's called Friday Night Lights, because
It,
being young and playing football, bro, like some about those lights turning on felt different.
no, yeah. Remember when we were in 8th grade?
Yeah, when we were in middle school and we were at the high school, so
Most of our games were on Saturdays
Yeah.
when it was hot.
but
I
there
remember.
was
We
like
had a
towards
couple
the end of the
games.
I
season too,
remember
we
being
started
out there.
practicing at night.
Yeah, and it was
on the field,
it was just different.
and it just like
The atmosphere
man.
was just different.
even just having the generator lights
yeah,
on, like,
but I could like hear the generator right
practicing
now.
at night
And all
compared
the
to like
bugs
the
flying
summer.
around.
Yes,
just
I could
feels
hear the
different.
generator.
See
Yeah.
all the bugs and shit.
All the bugs, and then the generator, the light was just like right there. So if you were like kind of far away from the generator, I hated it, like being like a receiver, like running back, because they would throw the ball and like I could see it, but I can't really see it.
Yeah,
Like it,
lose track of it.
yeah. But yeah,
One of my favorite things too about this movie was, it's like I always loved like Preacher Man's, like his speech,
yeah,
and just the way that he don't say shit the whole time, nothing, and then he just snaps,
yeah,
right? And then he's like, they go through 2 days, they bleed like we bleed, they sweat like he just snaps, and it's like everyone knows, like, oh shit, like
yeah. Oh, it's real.
yeah,
Yeah.
like we gotta lock in.
he
Yeah.
had 12 words in like an hour 45.
Yeah. I think like part of that, I think what they did was really cool with that scene, with how he was like all the things he was saying, right? Like basically they're just like us.
Yeah.
And they kept flashing back
To the
locker
other
room to
locker
locker
room.
room. And then they brought it all together with, again, like
saying the
They
same
the
prayer.
same exact prayer.
Yeah.
And it's like at the end of it, like we battling for a championship, but we're all the same.
It was the extended version.
Yeah, like we're literally all the same.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like that, it was pretty cool how they did that scene. Yeah. I think another like cool thing, obviously, you know, it's a movie, so they got to make it a little more dramatic. But in real life, the score was 14-9.
Dang, it was a lot closer.
Yeah, but you know, it's hard to make 14-9 look
And they
good
would have won it
on the
after
movie.
that,
Exciting.
that
Yeah,
touchdown.
yeah, but yeah, it was obviously they beefed up the score a little bit in the movie, but in real life, it was only 14-9. Yeah,
I think too, it's just like the whole theme of the movie, right, is like you said, it's mostly in the show that they talk about it more. I'm pretty sure there's a sign. I'm pretty sure there's an actual sign that just says that when
Yeah.
they're walking by, clear eyes, full hearts can't lose.
I think in the show they made it like
Like it's like their whole thing.
in the show, that was their mojo.
Yeah.
Like how much they use
But,
mojo in this. That's how they
like
did in the
his
show.
speech at the end,
He almost said it.
well, like that's his whole speech is like that's the idea.
premise, yeah.
And through the whole, because I mean, it's there throughout the whole movie, like being set up in the sense that like everyone is showing them these rings. Everyone's telling them, you know, we expect this of you, right? Not try your hardest. Let's try. No, like
Go have fun.
we expect this of you.
Yeah, for real.
Like you should
Yeah.
be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If not, you're a failure. Like you're getting this under. Not only were they asking him for the ring, they were talking about you're gonna get the undefeated season, right? Undefeated state
A
championship.
cop was saying it.
Like,
too,
bro, what? You know what I mean? Like every time somebody that had a ring had a chance, they made sure these kids are seeing it, right? Get you one of these. Oh, you want one of these? Like it's ingrained into these kids. They're kids. They're not even 18. They're 17 still because it's the beginning of the school year, right? Summer. School hasn't even started. People are already telling them this shit.
They just
Basically-
got done with junior.
Do this or you're nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like that's in their mind. That's how they're feeling.
That's how it is.
And then, you know, at the end, and for some kids it's worse than others, right? That's kind of like the idea.
Football is life, bro.
But at the end of it, you know, his speech, the coach, preacher man gives him the speech, and it's basically let's go out there and fucking do this shit.
Yeah, the coach wasn't even in there yet.
But when coach gives the speech, it's more. It's like telling them like, look, no matter what happens, like you guys are not failures.
No, as long as you
do
give
your
everything,
best,
yeah.
give them everything, clear eyes, full hearts. You can't lose. Like that's not you can't lose the football game.
life.
You can't lose life, right? Clear eyes, focus, right? You know what I mean? You're doing what you want. You got your goals. You know why you're out here, right? Full hearts. What he's saying, like for Booby, right? Like you know what I'm saying, like who you here for? Why you doing it? Like make sure you know why you're motivated. If you do these things and you play your heart out and you know that you give out everything that you can give, then you can't lose.
You can walk away.
And they do lose the football game, but you know, for a lot of them, they still like life continued on.
They
You know
still
what I'm saying?
succeeded in
Yeah.
some way. Yeah.
You know, even with Billingsley's like kind of like the big example in this situation is like, you know, his dad actually came down and supported him. He gave him a hug. He gave him his ring, which to this kid, again, he's just a fucking kid, is probably the most important thing in his life that's happened at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His dad is like acknowledging him, like actually, even though he just lost.
He gave him some respect
And yeah,
for once.
and he gave him what is like considered between them like the most important thing they have. Especially his dad basically outright says it. Like this is everything that he has essentially, this one ring. And it's like going from getting abused to that, and that's why you see too at the thing, it's like they specifically mention like he still has a good relationship with his dad.
Yeah.
And I think as much as this is about football, it's you know about just overcoming things, and like you know kind of like what you were saying earlier with what happens when football is not there anymore.
You know, it's a real thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of what
It's-
this movie's about.
Yeah.
because they all learn to be men. You know what I mean? They learned about life when they lost that game, but they learned about what it meant to like really try and persevere and give things all that you have.
Yeah.
That's their clear eyes, full hearts. Can't lose.
Yep.
Anything else?
Man.
That was it.
Yeah.
I'm
I
good.
can't say enough about it, honestly. It's literally one of my favorite movies ever, bro. Like, and it'll always be that way. Friday Night Lights, bro. Just the name alone already is just like
It's iconic.
iconic, literally.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. Well, that was Friday Night Lights, one of our favorite football movies ever. Thank you for watching it with us. Thank you for our special guest here.
Yes, sir.
We are the Popcorn Poppies. You know. Peace.
This is.